What's going on, guys? My name is Tuck. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to part 9 of my Fallout New Vegas Let's Play. Before we get started, I'm going to ask you guys to leave a like. I'm going to ask you guys to leave a comment. I'm going to ask you guys to subscribe and hit that bell notification so you can stay up to date with all my posts, because I post daily. Not all of it's Fallout content, but I will be posting the rest of this series and then progressing through the rest of the games. In today's episode, we work our way to the Aerotech offices and do everything that there is to do there. And as always, this is being streamed on my Twitch every Friday. Twitch.tv/WhyTheTuck. Fallout Fridays. Follow me there to stay up to date with those if you want to see these live. Without anything else, enjoy the video. Later. Oh, I found the entrance to Vault 34. I just keep finding bad things that want to hurt me, bro. Get rid of these frag mines. Yeah, Boone is just deciding he wants to use a knife. I don't understand what's happening.
Makes things.
I do not understand why Boone is using a knife.
Not my strong suit, but okay.
This gecko's giving up on life, dude. Same. Alright, you okay, bro? Probably not. I don't understand what you're doing. The last 50 minutes have made no sense. I'm at least gonna get the XP for this location, then I'm gonna keep walking. Hello? I have no ammo. Boone apparently doesn't want to use guns. He's just became a new person. Like, did I accidentally select something in your options?
Yeah, you and me both. I'll follow your lead. Good.
There, he has his gun now. Apparently at some point I selected to use the, to not use his ranged weapon. I don't know why I would ever do that. It had to have been an accident. But whatever, Boone is... No, why would that have happened? Because he was using his knife when we were fighting the, cazadors, and I never had to tell him what to do. Whatever. New Vegas is weird sometimes. Just chalk it up to that and move on. Like right there, New Vegas is weird, there's nothing here. That's a nice texture. Alright, that's McCarran. Means the sharecropper farms are... right there? No, that wouldn't be the sharecroppers. However, there is a traveling merchant here. Come here, bro. I need to buy ammo because I am poor in terms of the bullets.
Hey there, need anything?
Bullets. What else you got? Mini nukes. Keep that in mind. Oh my god, you have so many mini nukes. Too bad I don't need any of them. Alright, later, bro. Nope, there's a Legion assault party that goes to that place. We're going to avoid that. The Legion do not like me right now, so I'm going to avoid that location. I shoot the monorail. Does the NCR get mad at me? Who knows, bro? These are the Aerotech offices, I think, to my right, and here is the, sharecroppers. Go in here and do some stuff, because there's some stuff in here I can do without being in combat, I'm pretty sure, so... your family hates you. And I can't have anything that's in this stuff.
Morning.
There's the Insure boy. Let's go talk to him.
Something I can help you with, stranger?
I actually came here to help you.
This here's where folks go when their luck runs out. Drifters up from the Republic, locals that can't turn a dime, drunken reprobates from all around. If you don't have the caps to get onto the Strip, odds are you'll end up here. Well, I am a little short-staffed. Maybe you could give me a hand. Some people have gone missing from the camp lately. I haven't seen any signs of violence or heard about any feuds. They just up and vanished. And I've also got Keith and his gambling to deal with. I know that skunk's cheating folk out of their savings. They never seem to have much in common. That's why I didn't notice it sooner. Young folks, old folks, men, women, all disappearing. I remember a family with a little blonde girl. She never talked much, but she always carried this little stuffed teddy bear. Seem to recall a lot of them did business with those scavengers over on the Westside, Dermot and St. James. Keith's a two-bit hustler. He runs a gambling operation out of his shack. Ask me, he wins way too often to be playing fair. I suspect he's running drugs, too. I just can't prove it. Maybe you can find something. Talk to him, poke around his shack, something.
Maybe, bro. Are these unmarked quests? Okay, the one is, the one isn't.
Morning. Welcome, sister. How can I help you?
Right, I'm playing as a girl this game, true.
Poor lost souls, most of... But the journey is often long, and the price to enter the city is steep. Those who could not pay ended up here. Some find honest labor, but more fritter. I give what aid and comfort I can. I have medical knowledge thanks to my time with the followers.
Oh, that's not what I thought I was asking, but I guess that's exactly what I asked. I was trying to trade with him. But whatever, thank you. I'm still thirsty as fuck, dude. What is that? Not too bad, man. Just watching some baseball highlights from this season. How's that going, dog? I have not paid attention to this season at all. I know it's over, but I did not care to watch a season that didn't count. Might not be a good way to look at it, but that's just how I feel. Bottle cap number 28. And that is all I really want from this room. Locked bathroom door. Interesting. Dead body and a 357 Magnum and ammo? Ammo. Alright, cool. Pretty cool. I don't pick favorite teams or anything anymore, but the rookies are looking good. I am a Nationals fan. I know the Nationals did not do well. I also know they basically played their entire season with a half a double-A roster, so had no reason to pay attention to it, which is super unfortunate coming off of a World Series season. That the season we had to deal with just unfortunate circumstances with COVID and everything, but I just could not bring myself to care about this season. Floating tin can? Bethesda explain? I don't like this place, bro. It's kinda haunted. Kinda spooky. Also, why the fuck is this part of town filled with Nuka-Cola machines? There has to be lore about this place somewhere that says this place had a deal with Nuka-Cola. More floating cans. Bethesda, why? I love baseball. I try to watch any game I can. Sort of wish I didn't quit baseball. I'd have probably made something out of it. I, too, like baseball. I don't watch every game I can. If it's on, I'll pay attention to it because I'm a coach in real life, and it's kind of nice just to pick up on certain things. But this season, I've just been so busy with other stuff that I just did not really have a lot of interest in it. That would take my interest away from what I was doing. I find it very hard to believe there are this many drugs here and not anybody in here owns them or cares that I'm taking them. Junkie, this is the guy with the thing. I actually didn't mean to talk to you, but get up and let me talk.
I'm glad to see you.
Thank you. Appreciate that, bro. Have a nice fucking nap. Alright, there's Keith. I don't remember where Keith's area of operations is. I also don't know if Keith's... Oh, it's this one. I mean, I'll take all that stuff. Did I just lose karma for that? That's just how the game mechanic works, but I actually just lost karma for stealing marked cards from somebody scamming people out of money. When I played, I always watch MLB to learn a few things. I was mainly a center fielder at first base because I'm left-handed, and I started out throwing... Then they started throwing me on the mound when they learned I could pitch good, and the only one pitch I could never get the hang of was a slider. I am right-handed. I was primarily a pitcher. Whenever I played in college, I was a pitcher only, because if I was a two-way player, that would have been an insane amount of practice I had to deal with. But whenever I played in my other leagues, I was a utility infielder as well. And by utility, I mean they could just put me anywhere in the infield. I played in every game. But I played so many different infield positions on basically every different game I played in. Alright, Keith. Let's talk, bro, because I found your marked cards.
Hey there. Fancy a game of Caravan?
No, because you're a cheat, bro.
Name's Keith.
So I need barter at 45 and speech is 60. How close am I to a level up? About 1,000 points off. Not very close. I might come back to that later. Trying to think. Whenever I pitched, I had a 4-seam, a 2-seam, a curveball, a changeup, a circle change to be exact. And I was working on a splitter. But the way my arm angle worked, the splitter didn't really make a lot of sense most of the time. So I just kind of chalked it. The other pitch, like, in terms of just shit that I could never get, I could never figure out how to throw a good knuckleball consistently. Not that I would have, like, used it in a game, but people always throw them just goofing around in practice, and I can never get mine to work the right way. Like, I don't know if you guys can see it, just back here above me, these are trophies, baseball gloves, and stuff. And then if I turn this way, you guys can see my bats right here. Which I might make an equipment, like an unboxing video. Not an unboxing video, but like a what's in my bag video for my YouTube channel, which, if anyone is curious, that is my YouTube channel. I upload almost daily. Would appreciate you guys hanging out there for me. Knuckleballs are weird because when it leaves your hand, it's not supposed to have any spin. It's hard to throw a motionless ball. Yeah, basically. I never get it, though. Because, like... So, like, a normal arm angle is, like, right here. My arm angle is more down here, and I kind of whipped across my body. So that's how a lot of my pitches moved. Whenever I would whip my hand out here, the ball would go that way. So, whenever you're whipping something, it's hard to get a ball to go like that, if that makes sense to the people that don't understand baseball that are watching. It's very hard for my arm angle to work a knuckleball, is basically what I'm trying to say. But, dog, like I was saying, I disagree about the left-handed thing, maybe for you specifically, but if I was left-handed, my baseball career would have lasted another 5 years. At least up until my body killed me. There were people I played with in college that had no business being on a college team, but they just happened to throw with the wrong hand. Alright, let's go do the quest in Westside, because I want to get those XP things. What's up, NCR? What's going on, dudes? Going on patrol with the bros? Mainly an overhand pitch, you're not going to sidearm a knuckleball. I mean, like, that's the thing. My arm angle wasn't truly sidearm, though. Like, it was 3/4, but not really. It was more like 3/5. I had, like, a 3/5 arm angle. Like, I don't know how to describe it. The way I threw baseballs, my pitches moved weird just because of the way I threw baseballs. Like, my 4-seam fastball moved like a sinker just because of my arm angle, which is one of the reasons I had so much success at the levels I played at. Was just because every time I would throw a baseball, it would basically just result in a ground ball because the pitch is moving like a pitch that's not supposed to move, like. That probably didn't make any sense. That sentence was broken, but TLDR, my four-seam fastball moved like a sinker because of the way I throw baseballs. My arm angle is also a result of me playing the infield, so it was easier for me just to adapt to pitching from a 3/5, 3/4 arm slot instead of trying to throw overhand pitching and then try to figure out why I couldn't throw a baseball to first base from second base. Actually, now thinking about that, I'm gonna make YouTube videos on my baseball stuff because I have 2 gloves from Gloveworks that are custom, and they probably want the free exposure.
Hey.
Which is another fun fact. The company I bought my gloves from follows me on Twitter. Weird flex, I know, right? North Vegas Square. I don't think that's where I want to go. That is the Cistern, I think. I'm gonna bypass that for right now because I'm gonna have to go there for a quest, I do believe. The entrance to this place is this way. I think this is the house that has the 2 people that robbed the Vicky and Vance casino. I don't know if I have any high enough checks to get Boone, get down.
Prim has a new sheriff. That should keep the powder gangers away.
That's an interesting thing for you to say, considering you plan to rob the New Vegas Strip, but go ahead.
What are you doing here, stranger? You looking to start some trouble?
Who are you?
Me? I'm Sammy, of Sammy and Pauline, the Wasteland's most dangerous and notorious
Never heard of
criminal
you.
duo. You better not mess with us or you'll end up face down in a shallow grave. Simple, up until... But that's gonna change with our... You'll have to ask Pauline.
Seen the video you posted of you throwing on a mound despite your stomach issues, that it was a solid wind-up. That video is from like 2 years ago, bro. It was just on my phone and I wanted to post it to TikTok. But yeah, like I said, I played in college. I had an opportunity to play at a 4-year university, but my body gave up on me. Sure, the pitch you threw was a 4-seam, and I remember you saying your 4-seam breaks like a sinker, and I seen that. Yeah, the way I throw, my arms slot in the way my wrist releases. Because I try to get extra RPMs on my fastballs, or I used to try to get extra RPMs on my fastball by flicking my wrist down whenever I would release the ball. So, along with just this being my release point and then flicking at the end, the ball just had extra movement going side to side. So, that is how that pitch moved. My dehydration level increased. Whatever.
You best not try any funny business, stranger. One word from me, and Vance will plant you in the ground.
Who are you?
I'm Paul.
Yeah, I don't know who you guys are.
We ain't never heard of you either, so the not being impressed is mutual. Come a week or so, though, and
Someone's
everyone will have heard of Sammy and Pauline. Just... Sammy and me got our hands on a powerful weapon not too long ago. Vance's gun. You know Vance, of Vance and Vicky? That gun's our shot at the big time. We're gonna sneak it in on the strip and rob one of the casinos. We'll be known as the greatest... You'll see. You'll feel stupid that you made fun of us when you learn how rich we are.
I never made fun of you. I'm just pointing out how flawed your plan is. Whatever, I'll come back later. I almost looked like a slider because it broke at the last second. That's usually how sliders work. Yeah, but a slider, if I threw a slider, would go this way. My fastball went this way. That's the only difference. That's why my curveball is such a good pitch in tandem with it. Same thing with my changeup, because my circle change, whenever I would release my circle change, it's the same thing. So it's the same action as my fastball, except just incredibly slower. According to some people that I played with and my coaches, my fucking changeup was my best pitch, but the catchers I played with would never call it. Because unfortunately, my catchers I played with up until I decided to quit were fucking brain dead. The catcher I played with up until college was great. My catchers I had in college surprisingly got infinitely worse. Could not tell you why. Don't know if they just weren't on the same page as me, if the pitching coach had a different idea of what we should be doing as a pitching staff, but the fucking catchers I worked with in college did not call pitches that I would have called. This Westside? I think this is Westside.
Prim has a new sheriff. That should keep the powder gangers away.
You're not who I need to talk to. You're another important character. I just forgot you're not the one I need to talk to. I'll come back to you later, bro. These two degenerates are the one I need to talk to.
When I talk to a girl, I start the conversation, and I don't know a thing about no missing refugees from that Aerotech camp. Go
I
try
never
to
said
somebody
anything about
else.
Aerotech.
Yeah, well, I must have heard rumors. And, fuck you. You got nothing on me and Dermot.
Who's Dermot? I never said anything about Dermot. You guys are sus, dude. Emergency meeting. Let's go. Sometimes catchers make decisions that ultimately cost you the game. Well, here's the thing with that. Even though the catchers made bad decisions, me being the pitcher, I get the final say on what happens. While generally my philosophy for pitchers is just to go with the catcher, one, because it sets up a work pace, a workflow that you need to stick to. I like to work fast. I don't like to waste time. I get my sign, I go into my windup, I throw the pitch. But at the same time, if my catcher's actively making stupid fucking decisions, I'll shake him off, because at the end of the day, I'm pitching to my strengths. I'm not pitching to the batter's weaknesses in most instances, unless the player I'm pitching against is like an absolute fucking stud, and there's an exploit that he just cannot deal with. I'm pitching to my strengths, as opposed to pitching to the opposition's weaknesses. So sometimes my pride gets in the way of a scouting report, but at the same time, it's because I'm generally that much better than who I'm playing against, other than like the few times where like I actually wasn't better. Which even in college was very seldom. There were a few teams that I played in college where obviously they had better talent pool than my school, and they had better players as a result, but most of the time, it wasn't a problem for me. I'm very confident in myself as a baseball player, at least a pitcher. I can outsmart most people, rather than brute force them with pitches. Like over here on my shelf of shit over here, I have a baseball from a game that I actually got to keep because I threw a 65 pitch complete game just because I was just outsmarting everybody that easily. What's up, bro? You're an important character too. Like when you got bases loaded and you got a batter in the box and it's a full count, the catcher I always pitch to would have called a low and inside four seam, and I like to go high and inside because it's a better chance they're going to miss it or pop up. It depends on how you pitch, bro. Because like I said, the way I pitch, the way my action works, if the ball is going this way dramatically, I'm afraid to pitch up in the zone sometimes, because if the ball breaks down, it's going to end up in the middle of the zone. So I generally pitched to ground ball contact, and I pitched low in the zone because people would always swing on top of it. The way I always worked with pitching is I would aim towards the center of the plate and let my ball just kind of fall off the table and towards the bottom of the plate, and they just beat it straight into the ground every time. There are a few occasions where, like, if I was in a 1-2 and 0-2 count, I would actually change my arm angle and reach back and elevate a fastball, but that's just not how I usually pitched. You're old as fuck. Why does everybody in this fucking apartment complex have a name? I don't remember half these people being important. Oh, what's my lockpick at? 39 boosted? So if I take... I can't because I don't even have a magazine for that. Locksmith's Reader, right? Is this ledger enough? No, it isn't. Fuck. It's different for everybody. I'm an overhand pitcher, so pitching for me would be different for some of these pitchers. Like, you imagine being a submarine pitcher? I've actually worked with a bunch of submarine pitchers. It's not that bad. The only issue I run into with submarine pitchers is teaching them how to throw off-speed pitches. Like, sliders and curveballs for submarine pitchers, at least in my experiences, were so hard to fucking
Welcome
teach.
to Casa Yep, for you.
Guy's unstable, but he pays his rent.
Oh, that's not what I was hoping you'd say, bro. I was hoping I could sweet talk you into giving me his apartment key.
We gotta go through this again? What do you eat? Dermot knows how to work salad. Me and Dermot works.
Epic. Doesn't tell me shit.
I got nothing you need. If it's ass you're looking for, talk to Pretty Sarah. Me and my partner St. J. Because it's his name. He may be high-strung.
Why can I not tell him I found his fucking ledger? Just such an awkward pitching style? It's not as awkward as you think it is. Literally, whenever you're pitching submarine, your action is exactly the same, you're just tilting your body at the fucking hip. So literally, you throwing overhand is the same as you throwing submarine, you're just tilting your body. Once you get used to it, it's not that bad. The worst part about pitching submarine is if you're not conditioned, your lower back fucking kills you. Because it's just putting so much weight on a part of the body you're not used to using. Once you get past the awkwardness of being, like, tilted when you're throwing and the back thing, you're fine. I can throw submarine I could. I threw submarine a few pitches just to prove how easy it was to the people that were apprehensive about learning how to pitch that way. All in all, if you take, like, the 2 weeks to 3 weeks to get used to pitching that way, you will be 1000% fine. And you'll be much more interesting to colleges and even maybe semi-professional teams.
Hey there.
Keep the powder gangers away.
You guys are awkwardly close. You gonna kiss? I'm too low of a level for this part of the game, so I don't really have skill checks I can do for anything, and I'm not very close to a level up either. Maybe I can talk to Sweetie, since her name was mentioned. There's also Mean Son of a Bitch. Yeah, you're Sweetie.
Hey, honey. Looking for something softer than a man can give you?
No.
A client's got a right to privacy, so it'll cost you...
Here's 100.
Funny how I make caps every time I open my mouth.
Not sure that's a good
St.
thing.
James's problems, that's for sure. Never wants me to say a thing or for me to move around either. Lately, he brings a teddy bear with him and props it on the bed like it's watching us. It's creepy. Not the worst I ever been with, but more a pervert than most. I do have his spare key, but I'm not sure if he'd like it if I let you in there. St. James can be... We can come to a deal.
Whatever, it's good enough for me. Tried it once, I can never get the same velocity behind it, it's still less accurate. You're never gonna get the same velocity behind it, but you're sacrificing velocity for extra movement at that rate. If you're willing to give up 5 miles an hour on your velocity for an extra 2 to 3 inches of movement, it's generally worth it. Teddy bear's mine, and then there's... Front Dermot, get the evidence you've gathered. Why is a teddy bear evidence? I know Captain Parker mentioned the little girl had a teddy bear, but just because he owns a teddy bear doesn't mean he's guilty of this. Now, the ledger, yeah, that probably proves it.
We gotta go through this again? What are you doing stealing my stuff? That ain't even mine. I mean, it's mine, but it's private. Give it back. Hell, don't give it back. I don't care. Just found it when we was working salvage and...
I said fuck off. You're right about that.
All mine.
Dermot's the violent one, bro. Where you going, bro? Where's his body at, Boone? Is this his body? Oh, that's a power fist. Where the fuck's his body? Here it is. He had one thing of jet. Dude couldn't hold his drugs. Alright, let's go back to the, Aerotech offices.
Have you found out what happened to those... How do you know? Oh, sick bastards. Can't say I'll shed any tears for them. Here, you've earned this.
What did he give me? 150 bottle caps, and that's it, okay. Wait, I also know about Keith.
Good to see you. Some marked cards, huh? I suppose it's obvious. I'm gonna go take Keith into custody. If you're interested... Glad to have you. Let's go.
Alright, let's go get Keith, bro. Yeah, man, it seems like you're running a successful team. Did you take business classes? Yes and no. I took introduction to business. A lot of this stuff is just common sense to me. I'm just a natural leader. I lead, what the fuck was I just saying? I lead things? No, I'm having a brain fart. The hell am I trying to say? I understand the basics to business. I'm always learning. I'm constantly learning new things. I like to lead by example, I think is what I was trying to say. But yeah, business just kind of comes naturally to me, or common sense managerial things. It's just... I just kind of get it more than other people. I think logically I try to address problems as quickly as I can. Was I not coming here with someone? Where the fuck is that NCR soldier? Is he like stuck somewhere? Is he like stuck on scenery in here? Does he need a push? Where the fuck did he go? Oh, here he is. What the hell? Alright, let's go get him, bro. The fuck? Some of it's common sense, maybe more so for you, because you seem like an intelligent person, and I can see that. Appreciate that, bro. Like I said, I just think very logically about problems. I like to think I'm really good at problem solving at its core. And problem solving is like maybe 25% of what businesses are. Addressing issues, figuring out how to be the most, like, efficient with certain aspects. And then plus I've managed baseball teams before, so it kind of applies to actual businesses as well. In terms of like player relations and shit like that. Like I said, I'm always learning new stuff though, bro. I go out of my way to learn things.
I'm placing you under arrest for illicit gambling.
Fuck you, man. I ain't going nowhere with you.
Come quietly now. I don't want to have to hurt you.
Why don't you go cry to your wife then? Oh, that's right. She left your worthless stinking ass.
You son of a bitch! Wish I had a first recon guy looking after me.
Oh, that's kind of morbid. Alright. Uh-huh. I mean, don't mind me, I'm just gonna take his stuff, but... Shout out to you guys for not waking up, though. You want to talk about it?
Well, that was a bit messier than I would have liked. Maybe, maybe not. I always warned him not to push my buttons. Well, ain't nobody gonna miss him anyways. Here you go. I promised you an extra reward for coming along, so that's what you get.
Thank you, bro.